we didn't even know that you were ready for lockdown gaming decades probably before we even knew we had to deal with this pandemic. And something that you are a part of now is this V10 R League with Red Bull. So tell me a bit more about that, because I hear that it's we're expecting to see a format that's kind of not like, or not one that we've seen in other esports.
Yeah, so obviously I came through my simulation gaming scenario when I was getting into motorsport. Then I started developing project cars, which is done by Slightly Mad Studios, and I worked for them for 5 years on Project Cars 1 and 2. So I was heavily into gaming, and a lot of people know about that. And that, as I said, it was before esports was a thing. Then I got a call from Gfinity, who are starting this new V10 R League esports championship, and yeah, it's a really cool format. A lot of people were probably skeptical about it. And when they started talking to me about it, and the way that they were, the terminology they were using in terms of like relay races and all that sort of stuff, I was like, well, relay is something you do in athletics or something
I
like
was
that.
gonna say, I saw relay and I was like, how'd you do that? Like pass the baton out the window or something?
Yeah, exactly. So to start with, even I was skeptical, and they signed me on as a commentator. Now, I've never commentated on anything in my life. I know all there is to know about motorsport, but in terms of commentating, it's quite difficult. So they threw us in at the deep end, myself and Ben Daly. Ben Daly is a YouTuber he does a lot of F1 esports sort of stuff. And yeah, I didn't really know Ben. And got thrown in, into this world of now being a commentator. So our first show was quite difficult, because we had to, everything was pre-recorded on the first show, but understanding this format, where there's basically 8 teams. They have 3 drivers each, and they have reserve drivers. So with these teams, people like Ford, Team Suzuki, BMW, BWT Racing Point, BMW Motorsport, Porsche 24 Redline, really good brands are behind this. And with this format of it being three races, a relay race, a head-to-head, and a team race, and then understanding the point scenarios with it all. It was really difficult to put your head across, or put your head around, and then actually commentate on it all. But really, it turns into being a really cool, exciting championship, exciting league. And the last race of the season, in terms of championship decider, went down to the actual last team race, which was really cool. So it was cool to be a part of it. And I really enjoyed being in the studio, being around, TV and all that sort of stuff. It was something different.